Hi everyone, this is Shashwat from ClearTrust, and with me today I have Dr. Rishi.
Yeah, hi.
So we're just here to talk to you about what you guys do and sort of what your expertise is.
Sure.
So if you just want to give me a quick rundown of what you guys are into right now.
Okay, so Prismforce largely works in the vertical SaaS space of IT. That means we cater to IT companies. We help them build their skill repositories, figure out how to best allocate their folks when a new project comes in and so on. But we've recently launched our Agentic AI vertical where we are focusing a lot on using Agentic AI solutions for hiring. So starting from pre-screening, screening, matching resumes to conducting actual video AI interviews. We've piloted this with over 10 companies and we found the results to be fantastic. So typically, when you finish the first round of interview, only 30% of those folks clear the second round of interview. When companies use our platform, they see an uptick on that. So that 30% jumps to 50%, which is actually a 70% improvement on your previous 30%. So that's what we're focusing on now. And we're also building agentic AI solutions for all our other products, right? So instead of relying on a SaaS-based approach to how you handle your manpower or reallocate them, we're building agents for everything. So just like a chat window, you say, okay, assign Shashwat to this project, do that, it's able to do all in that.
Right. And so my first question sort of goes this way, I've also faced the same thing, with strict ATS checkers and stuff. Yeah. You have a strict job description, you send your resume, and it's like a binary yes or no. If you qualify or it's yes, there's not much nuance to it or anything. And a lot of people now sort of cheat that system where they'll just feed the JD to a GPT or a Gemini and they'll just get their resume just for that job description, even though they might not be 100% qualified for it. So that leaves a lot of confusion and you have gone all the way through to the interview and then you find out they're not that compatible. So how does an agentic platform sort of deal with those things?
So multiple things, right? One is we first look at what we call a knowledge graph. We see how the skills are related to each other. And if the person has even related skills, they may not have the exact skill, we do allow them to pass through, right? But like you said, people can frame their resumes based on a JD. So we also check for what we call GPT-ness of the document, right? So you read the document, you try and figure out if this document was created using an LLM. And then, of course, you penalize the person for that. So we allow only the more genuine documents to go through. But of course, because this is just the screening part, where you're matching early on in the process, bad folks will still make it through. And that's where our AI video interview tool comes in.
Okay.
Right? So there's multiple checking layers. So you do the matching and then you do the AI video interview, where we can check folks not only on subjective questions around their experience and projects, we can actually make them do a coding problem in the middle of the interview. So it's integrated with the AI video more. It's like doing a Zoom call with a built-in compiler where you're asked to solve a question. And then our system checks for accuracy of response. It checks all the test cases. It also checks to see if your code is too complex, both in terms of memory usage or time complexity. Is it taking too long to run? Is it optimal?
Okay, so it basically in real time checks.
In real time.
It checks for...
And everything is proctored. If you look at your friend who's sitting next to you, or you try to take a glance at your book, or you're wearing earphones, you have another screen connected to your screen, you're alt-tabbing to look at another window, all of that gets picked up and highlighted.
Right. And speaking in terms of the AI interviews that you mentioned, right? So let's say, something which I've always sort of thought about when it comes to AI interviews is in psychology, they call it the audience effect, where people tend to behave a little bit differently when they know that they are being watched by other people or they are in the public compared to when they are alone. So that's where sort of people online behave differently, people in public behave differently. So if a person knows that they are being interviewed by an AI, let's say, do you think that sort of effect comes into play? Do they tend to behave differently if they know that a human is on the other line and talking? Or does the fact that they're talking to an AI sort of change their behavior? That's just something to think about.
Yeah. It's still early days for AI and AI interviews. So I think, when people first do an AI interview, of course, they might feel conscious, they might feel a little odd about it. But we circumvent that by asking, more natural questions around, who they are, where they are from, what's their experience, maybe their notice period, compensation expectations. So they get a little excited about the role. and then we only move to the more difficult questions as we progress, right? So it gives them a little bit of time to adjust to talking to a machine as opposed to a human being. When it comes to the coding round, actually it helps because nobody likes to be watched when they are coding.
Okay, yeah.
Right here, they know that it's just a machine. It's like a regular coding experience that they would have otherwise. And we find that, they're probably better off coding with a machine as opposed to a human being staring at the screen while they're trying to solve a problem.
Well, that's where again the lot of audience effect comes in, that if you know like an actual person is looking at you, you get a bit more conscious. So in that use cases, an AI interview definitely helps.
Much better.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Rishi.
Pleasure to
And yeah, thank you for watching.